Welcome to the study of the Gospel of John. Today we will be studying from John chapter 12, 1 to 8. Mary anoints Jesus at Bethany. So, this is a beautiful description. So, Mary came to the house where Lord Jesus Christ stayed. So, we can see five important things. First thing is, she entered Lord's presence. Second, she expressed her love. Third, it was an exhaustive expression of love, surrender, and it was an expensive expression. And then it was excellent worship. So it was a worship without word. So sometimes we think worship should have words, should have music, should have noise, or should have a group of people singing. But here we see a single woman coming into God's presence and offering an excellent worship. First, she entered the presence of Lord. So worship means coming into the presence of Lord, experiencing the presence of Lord. Lord Jesus Christ said, where two or three are gathered in His name, His presence is there. So enjoying His presence is worship. So worship is expression of love. So Mary went and she expressed the love, her love for the Lord. Yes, she anointed Him. She anointed Lord's feet and even cleansed it or with their own hair. Hair is the glory of woman. So it was an exhaustive expression and it was also expensive expression. So they say the perfume bottle that she brought and broke would be equal to 1 year wages of an ordinary person. So that means it was really expensive. She broke it and she anointed Lord Jesus Christ. And it was an excellent worship. But what happened? There were people who were criticizing that. So Judas was one among them. He asked, why this waste? So John puts an important information. Judas did not say that because he had concern for poor, but he was a thief. He wanted to make some money out of that. So only he suggested she could have sold it and gave it as a donation. But Lord Jesus Christ interfered. So the women did not speak at all. It was Lord Jesus Christ said she had done it for my burial. So when something is done for the burial, people don't question it. There are many people who come and offer flowers or garlands or perfume, many things, but nobody will question it. So all the critics were silenced. This will be spoken throughout the world, wherever the gospel is preached. So Lord acknowledged her worship and honored her, and this incident will be remembered and preached around the world. So then Lord also said, the poor will be there always. So some people misunderstand this statement. Yes, the world is imperfect. Sin pervades all aspects of society. The structures of governance, structures of economics, structure in the social hierarchy is all outcome of human sin. So there will be disparities. There will be unemployment. There will be people who will be grabbing more than what they need. And there will be people who would be without what they need. Yes, the poor will be always there. So the poor are the test of stewardship for believers. For Christians, the poor in our neighborhood are the test for our faith and stewardship. So, how do we respond to those people? Do we help them? Do we sacrificially help them, or ignore them, or indifferent towards them? So, in Proverbs we read, so those who lend to the poor lends to the Lord. That means those who help poor who cannot pay back, they give it to the Lord, and Lord will give them or reward them. So this is interesting. Those who insult the poor, they insult the Maker, the Creator, God Himself. So the poor are in the world as a test for our faith. So two things we learn from here. What is excellent worship? Worship without word, but expression of love, commitment. Then our faith is tested because poor people are around us. How we respect them, how we show them dignity, how we help them is the mark of Christian faith. May God bless you.